All right, guys, so welcome back. So these things came out great. They actually hardened up relatively quick. I probably could have worked on it yesterday. But yeah, so they all came out really good. I have the plugs in there, the hard end there, so that screw, when I put this in there and I screw the magnet down, it'll screw into that. Then I was working on this. So there's one of two ways I can install this. I talked about it yesterday. I can install it like this, in which case I would pop these out. These are spacers. I would pop those out and put bearings in there. Or I can install it like this, which in that case I need to have this in there like that. And then I would have a bearing here and a bearing here in my horizontal rig, and I would use the repulsive magnet cup that I have for the horizontal rig to float this on, to make it a maglev, basically. Come on. Oops, son of a bitch. But yeah, so that's a press fit. So like I said, I designed and installed these plugs because I think I want to start out horizontally instead of the vertical way like that. So I also got some really good ideas from Magnus Attractus. I think his old handle was G-Law. I don't remember, but yeah, he had mentioned, why don't I just take a piece of wood and laminate it with the plastic that I have, with the acrylic. And that really makes a lot of sense to me, even though I've already ordered the 24-inch acrylic. I could get the maglev going by doing just that. And this shop is basically a wood shop. I've recently turned it into an electronic shop, just this station right here. But most of it's a wood shop. And I have some really nice planks of walnut. I'm pretty sure I still do. And I can cut out one that's the exact length I need. If I need 28 inches, I could, because then I can separate. I can laminate the top and the bottom with plastic to make it really rigid, but it doesn't have to even be in the center. It just needs to be on the ends. So I may go ahead and do that just so I can get the maglev going, although I am kind of itching to get this guy going. So these guys will go in there and they'll seat all the way down, and then this guy will go on there, and yada yada yada. I also have another idea for another maglev that I'm designing in Fusion right now, but I've got too many irons in the fire, so I need to act on one of them. So I'm going to see if I have that wood and see if I can't laminate it with the plastic that I have, or the acrylic, I mean. So stay tuned. Actually, I have a really nice piece of mahogany right here, which is really straight and dense. Mahogany is a really good hardwood. See if you can see it from over there. You see that corner top piece right there? It's about 6 inches wide, which is perfect, and it's super long, so I can find a really straight section and laminate it. I think I might do that. Stay tuned. So I got kind of sidetracked. I started cleaning up. It doesn't look like it, but it's actually much cleaner than it was. Well, not really much, but yeah, I really need to buckle down one of these weekends and clean this up, especially this area here. Because that's underneath here is a table saw, which doesn't get used these days because I'm not doing a lot of woodworking. But it's a table saw with a false top. The top comes off, you crank a crank, and the table saw comes up like this and is level with this. But since I got back into building these things, all that stuff's gone to the side. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure out which one I'm going to head forward with. Am I going to try to laminate that wood, or am I going to work on this guy and just wait for the acrylic to come in? But the good news is that I always have the option. If I really wanted to, I could get the maglev going just by laminating that mahogany that I showed you. All right, stay tuned. All right, so I confess, once I started cleaning, I had to straighten things out. So now I've got my brass, my little plastic pieces from printing. It feels so much nicer. I got to tackle this guy, but I got to get this going. All right, stay tuned. All right, so unfortunately, I have to break one of my rules, and that is I don't like to tear apart motors that I've already built to make a new one. But because those barrel magnets are so expensive and so rare, and I have plenty of them, but I'm going to need these 6. And I forgot how really nice that that VCR bearing is. Yeah, I'm going to have to maybe mount this guy on there. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to have to. Thank God I didn't glue these. They're just screwed. So yeah, damn. I really like this motor too. But I'm not going to destroy it. I'm just going to take the barrel magnets off to make this guy. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Let me think about it. Stay tuned. So the great thing about this motor is the way I put it together. So there's no magnets in here now, because all these units are self-contained. So I just unscrew it, take the magnet out, and then screw the whole housing back. So technically, it's still okay. I can always put the magnets back in there. Because I didn't, if I had glued it, then that would have been an issue. So let me get going here. Stay tuned. So I know I'm going to get some shit for this, but I remember when I built that guy there, most of the magnets were 3/4 by 3/4. 2 of them were 3/4 by 1 inch. So I had to counterbalance and put the 1 inch magnet there and there so that it would be okay. And I'm probably going to have to do the same thing with this. Now, I know it ain't good. Maybe I will go ahead and order it, because I just priced out the 3/4 by 3/4, which is what these were built for. I don't even think a 1 inch will fit in there. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, here's a 1 inch. Let's see if I could get it in there one-handed. No, I can't. I have to deburr the inside here. I forgot. I mean, I can get it in there, but yeah, I don't think the 1 inch is actually even gonna fit. So I may have to order a couple more 3/4 by 3/4. Dagnabbit, stay tuned. Yeah, and in looking even closer, they're not even 3/4 by 3/4. They're 3/4 by 7/8. So they're 3/4 in diameter and 7/8 in length. I didn't think that was 3/4. So yeah, I made these so they'll fit the 3/4 by 7/8, which a 3/4 by 3/4 would be okay. But yeah, they're not even. So the other ones are 3/4 by 1 inch, and the rest of these are 3/4 and 7/8. I didn't even see any on K&J magnets for that. I'll have to look. Stay tuned. So I lucked out. I actually have 8 that are 3. Oh, son of a bitch! God damn, that thing got me. Stay tuned. God damn, that thing pinched me good. Anyway, as I was saying, fucking magnets. I lucked out. I actually have 8 of the 3/4 by 7/8. I don't know why I didn't know that when I built this guy, because I pulled 4 off of there that were 3/4 by 7/8 and 2 that were 1 inch. Why the hell would I do that? Anyway, oh man, that hurt. And I flinged that sucker far too. Because it was, the 2 magnets were, and my skin was in between the 2 magnets and they wanted to touch each other. God damn, thank God it's just a little pinch. Yeah, that son of a bitch hurt. All right, so now I can get going here. Stay tuned. Oh, actually, I have to go to the store and get some really thin, or even this size, flat V brass screws so that I can drill a hole. I want to get smaller ones than these. I don't want these big ones. That's a little bit too. That's a 1 inch right there, which doesn't have. Oh yeah, it does have a hole. I forgot I broke something off into that, like my finger. Actually, I want to get something that's. Let me see if I can find one over here to show you. Something like this. Something very thin and with a really flat head that I'm probably going to shave down. And I want that space because I want some little play when I drill the hole. I'll show you what I'm talking about later. All right, stay tuned. Yeah, so yowza. Anyway, because I printed these face down like this, and I didn't use any infill, which made it so much nicer to clean up. But because I printed them face down like this, you get what's called elephant's foot. Because I print really hot. I print with a hot bed and a hot end. My bed, I keep it like 65 for the initial layer, and then I let it drop down to 60, which is kind of hot, but for my printer, it works really well. And because of that, you get what's called elephant's foot, where it flares out. Anything that contacts the build plate flares out. So you need like a little deburring tool to get that inner edge. Get that inner edge off. And then the magnets will slide right in. So let me get them all set up and I'll bring you back. Stay tuned. And it looks like I did a happy accident. I actually thought I made the space for the magnet so that the magnet would be level. I didn't realize that I gave myself a little bit of leeway there, so I could basically not worry so much about the type of screw I'm going to put down in there, other than it's going to be brass. Happy accident. At least I hope that's what happened. All right, stay tuned. So it turns out I don't have enough. I thought I had 8. That's why I had to do what I did. And the barrel magnets that are in here aren't ring magnets. There's no hole in the center. Because I tried to take a peek at this guy to see if there was anything in there that I could use. And there wasn't. So I'm going to, because I don't have any more barrel magnets anywhere. Those guys, those 2 right there are inch. And I don't see anything else. I don't think I have another motor that uses 3/4 by 7/8 ring magnets or barrel magnets. Dag nabbit. Yeah, I'm going to order those. I don't want this thing to be Cabuwonkus, where it's, heavy on 2 ends or a different size magnet. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, but yeah. So I need to see if I can find 3/4 by 7/8. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have 4 good 3/4 by inch. So I could essentially do one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, like that all the way around. That would be much better than just having it on 2 of the sides there. I could do that, but I'm not. I'm not. Oh, crap. I really wanted to get this thing going today, or at least built. So I'm waiting on plexiglass unless I want to laminate wood. And I'm going to have to go order a couple of barrel magnets. They're going to take like 5 days to get here. Son of a beeswax. All right, guys. That's all for now. Ciao.